Attention viewer, you are watching the world's biggest monster truck diecast YouTube channel. This is Monster Jam OCD.
Hello Monster Jam fans, and welcome back to another Monster Jam OCD review video. Today we are taking a look at a truck that was actually canceled as a planned release for Walmart only in the United States, and this is the Sam Walton Walmart Museum truck. So basically the story on this is that the Walmart founder Sam Walton only ever owned, I believe the story goes, one vehicle in his lifetime, and it was this truck here. And the Walmart Museum owns that exact vehicle. It looks just like this with the sticker on the side showing the Walmart Museum decal. And basically the concept was to combine his truck with a Monster Jam chassis and make a Monster Jam sized Sam Walton truck in the diecast line and release it in Walmart stores exclusively. I don't know what the original count was on the production number of these, but I'm sure they were planned to be mass produced for all Walmarts across the United States and elsewhere. So it was a pretty cool idea. This has actually been planned for about 3 years now, and I thought this year they were going to release it, but then I finally got the word that they did cancel it after a short run production, which are not obviously public, but these were given to me by a friend. He chose to say anonymous just to not get flooded with messages, so you know who you are. Thank you so much for helping me get one. I really do appreciate it. I actually have two here today, one to review out of the box and one for packaging's sake. This one will be going to my friend Phil. So the Walmart Museum truck, this is a very unique release, or was going to be released. I don't think we often see things like this ever make it to the public, especially because most things are planned in the pre-production stage before they're ever produced. This got pretty far before it was canceled, so it is a much different take on a canceled release than just talking about a render that people find. And I'm glad we get to review it and look at it up close. So here's the packaging. It's a pretty basic packaging layout. I was actually surprised that they didn't go a little more detail with it. It's pretty much the standard packaging of any normal release. As you can see there with the blue background, the Monster Jam logo in orange with the flames around it. The Walmart Museum decal is in the background. You can see the Walmart Museum there and the little storefront right there. And then the truck itself sitting on that plastic platform inside the packaging. I'm not sure what that little blue thing is in there. I don't want to open this because it obviously is going to belong to Phil, but there is something inside the packaging. It might just be a blue insert, but I'll have to check it out if I ever get a second one in the box. And then the back of the packaging here has just a bunch of stuff, and then we have the render of the truck there on the top, and you can see it has also the side profile of the truck in kind of a half opacity in the background, so you can see the side, and then this is the actual like front angle view of the truck, and then it has the Walmart Museum decal again right there, and Monster Jam Authentic. So like I said, I'm not going to be opening this one for the sake that Phil already wanted one for his collection. I only have these two. So this is the packaging one. This is the actual Walmart Museum truck out of the box. As you can tell, there's a lot to talk about as far as the detail of the chassis goes, because that's the number one thing that people were asking about when they first saw this. So this truck is a 1979 Ford F-150. Again, like I said, it was owned by Sam Walton. This was his only vehicle. I think that's the story. I am pretty certain I read that story way back when they first announced this to me. So I really like how they did this. Although it's not a perfect casting, of course, because Spin Master has to use inspired castings. They can't use licensed, fully accurate, detailed castings. This is actually pretty effective in my personal view. However, I don't think I love the idea of having it on the retro chassis. So that's the next step in the review, is talking about the chassis choice that they used, which of course is the retro style chassis. So it is the Leafer black chassis there with the bumper in the front. It has the retro tires, the flotation tires there on the side. So it is not your standard Monster Jam CRD chassis. It is much different than that. They could have also, I think, used a front engine chassis. I think that would have worked just as well, instead of having to go with the retro chassis, but they did cast this truck to fit the retro chassis. I don't know if it will fit a normal chassis. We will try that at the end of the video, but for now, let's take a look at the truck itself. The side panel here, we have kind of an offset color white stripe going across the side. The sides of the truck are all detailed in silver, and then we have the red background, which is not a maroon color. It's the same red color they used on his actual Ford. We have the Walmart Museum decal, which is on the real life truck to this day with the door handle and the Monster Jam logo. The front here is where it gets a little weird because it is, again, an inspired casting. So the bottom part of the grille is kind of cut short. The headlights kind of end before they're finished, but you can see the headlights are surrounded in a black outline with the headlight printing in the middle. And then the grille printing also is there on the front part of the casting. The hood here has some detail, a little vent, and the hood lines. And then we have the windshield, and the roof is blank. Obviously, because this is not a wrapped truck or anything, it's just a standard Ford F-150. It is just a blank roof. And then in the back here, we have some toolboxes, which is part of the real life design of the real truck. He did have those in his truck, and they're still there to this day. So they did add those in there. One is beige and one is painted silver with almost a full truck bed also in there. Really awesome. And then the tailgate here has a monsterjam.com decal in red and black. We have the tail lights and the handle for releasing the trunk. And then we have a gas cap, I'm assuming, on this side or this side. One of these two is a gas cap. I'm not sure what the other one would be, but there's those details on this side with the Monster Jam logo. Again, the door handle, the Walmart Museum decal again. Same detailing on the sides. We have some detailing up here as well. I forgot to mention on the other side. And the red background with the retro chassis. So it's a very awesome release, again, or I should say canceled release. I wish they would have released this. I think it was so cool to see something like this collaborate with Monster Jam. However, a theory that's going through the Monster Jam community is that they canceled it because of the fact that Hot Wheels already produces this truck for Walmart, and that could have affected why they couldn't release a monster truck version of it. So this could become kind of one of those things where a contract stops the process of a release. It's happened before. If you look back on Whiplash, because of the contract with Marvel and Hot Wheels or Mattel, they canceled the Whiplash and made it W instead. This could just be another reason why we didn't get it. We don't know that for sure. I have no official reasoning why they canceled it. However, it's still awesome to get a chance to review one and look at it up close and talk about the history of the Sam Walton 1979 Ford F-150. I do want to actually quickly body swap this, so I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the body off of the chassis. If you guys are curious about the engineering behind it, it looks like they have a plastic insert there holding in the two toolboxes. Pretty cool. And there's the underside carriage of the truck. You can get a better view of the headlights and the front grille. So here is Team Ment's chassis. We're going to do a front engine swap here. I think it just makes more sense to me. So let's go ahead and fit it on, if it will fit on. So yeah, already I'm seeing an issue of clearance. Okay, so it is a problem because these posts here are blocking the chassis. So I don't think this will fit on any normal chassis, unfortunately. But I think it would look pretty cool had we had it on a front engine, so you can kind of get a view of that. But yeah, these posts here would have to be either grinded down or you would have to remove the roll bars on the chassis. This goes for the rear engine as well because they still have that same upper post area. So yeah, these are problems. That's a really unfortunate thing because it's such a cool body. I guess if you took out the truck bed fully, yeah, I guess that wouldn't work either because half the truck bed would be there and then the rest wouldn't. Yeah, so this would be a unique thing for customizers if they were out in the public to kind of maneuver around and see if they could fit it into the chassis. But for now, it does not fit on a normal chassis. It is a retro chassis exclusive. Still pretty interesting that they chose to do it, but I guess it's because of these posts. So it kind of makes sense in the end now that these posts were the reason why they had to go with the retro chassis. For those wondering why they did that, now you have your explanation. It has to do with the engineering of the body and the toolboxes. So there we go. There's the Sam Walton 1979 Ford F-150 Walmart Museum truck. Thank you again to my friend who knows who they are for helping me get one of these for review. I will see you guys in the next review. And until that next video, this is Ryan or Monster Jam OCD signing out.